Welcome to the Animation Creation Podcast, featuring your host, African Simba. And my colleagues, I have my colleagues here, Dev and Fresh Jingles.
Young Fresh. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Young
we
Fresh.
come
They
to
call
you,
me
we
Super
give you
Fresh now. I go by Super Fresh now.
We come to you giving you the best anime insight, basically in the world. We give you fresh perspectives on how, you know, each show, each genre, whatever genre we talk about is basically influencing society today. Today, we will be talking about, that's why I'll pass it to my host.
Okay. You gonna pass it to your host? The host gonna pass it to the host?
Yeah.
Alright, it's your host.
Alright, it's the second host in this motherfucker.
I'm the second host. Big Dev is the third host, and we just gonna keep passing it from host to host.
Yeah, we all hosting this motherfucker. We all hosting.
Yeah. But when it comes down to, like, I just want to start off with, you know what I'm saying, just to ask what y'all. Well, first off, before we even get to the animation stuff, let's ask Big Dev like how his orientation went. How your orientation went, boy?
Put his life out there.
I don't want people to think like, you know what I'm saying, we just out here, you know what I'm saying, in some animators. We create the animation. Don't get it twisted. We know the animation. You know what I'm saying? We animate some things. But we want y'all to understand that we also brilliant, intelligent people. And I feel like I gotta make up for last episode where me and C couldn't say words like anti-Semitic.
Yeah, niggas was struggling last episode.
So we was struggling, so I had to let them know that we, you know what I'm saying.
I've been out of college for like a few months now. I've been out of college for a few months.
He been out 2 months. He been out a few months. I've been out a couple years, but I didn't want y'all to get twisted. You feel me? We out here very intelligent.
This nigga said a couple years. It was last year. Stop capping.
It was at
Stop
least
capping.
Bro, I graduated 18. We at the end of 19. I mean, I graduated at the end of 17.
You did not graduate at the end of 17. Stop capping.
I graduated end of 17. I didn't walk till the beginning of 18. That's Kyle.
No, I don't ball that. That's cap. That's cap. Hey, ready up, Dev?
Long story short, Dev, please tell about what your orientation was. What your orientation was for? Are you getting your bachelor's? You getting your master's?
This nigga Dev is very smart. That's all you basically need to know, bro.
I'm getting my second master's.
Amazing.
And this nigga is younger than me. I just graduated college.
Exactly.
And he's getting his second master's.
Exactly.
You know what I got my second master's in? Smoking some weed.
Yeah, there it is. That's our host, everybody. See you next week.
Yep, that's our host. Yep, there you go. There he go. But no, seriously, what are we getting into today?
No, okay, but yeah, I want you to understand, like, you know what I'm saying, they be like, these fools just, all they do is just watch anime. Nah, don't even trip, you feel me, we get in our bag, you feel me. Start off, I just want to hear what y'all are watching, because Big Dev asked me, you know what I'm saying, what was my Sunday, because I used to have, like I said, I used to have a Sunday 10 where, like, I would have 10 animes, and I would just knock them all out, But at this point, I only got a Sunday 4, that'd be Dr. Stone, Fire Force, Demon Slayer, and Vinland Saga, and they all some heat. They all heat in different. What makes it amazing is that they're not just all heat. They're all heat for different reasons. You feel me? Dr. Stone really dropped some fire today. Where have y'all seen the new episode of Dr. Stone? Episode, was it 4 or 5 now?
Of course.
The 4 or 5, where y'all saw that where my man was like, he got karate chopped in the back of his neck and stuff like that, and turns out he had been planning, like, he had been showing homeboy to go for his neck for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was so I was like, it went quiet, so I wasn't sure. I didn't want to just get in the bag. I just want to get in it.
Yo, we got a jump, fam.
Before I really got into this episode, I didn't want to be like.
Honestly, so I have a question for you because you're more in depth and caught up in some of the new generation anime. Does the new generation have a chance to even come close to like how good?
Hold on. Oh, okay. Dev, you scared? I forgot you was a Watson, bro. I just saw a Watson. Oh, that's not you, Dev.
It's hot.
I'm like, that was one person. Come get him. I heard him. I heard him. Oh wait, it is hot. I'm sorry, that's another person. Yeah, big one right here. I thought I was tripping. I was like, am I tripping into Watson land right with us?
Cause I should have been really fucking way back when, but how about now?
I thought I I was tripping. I was like, oh damn, it's
Help,
scary,
help,
bro.
help,
So I
help, help,
watched
help,
him
help,
like
help,
that.
help, help. Underground. Underground.
But are you asking me if the new generation has a chance to what? To
come close.
keep up with or overlap?
Has to keep up, come close, surpass the the old generation. Old generation with some heat, boy.
Okay, but now I gotta ask you this: when you say old generation, do you mean the Dragon Ball Z, the Yu Yu Hakusho's, the Yu-Gi-Ohs, and the Sailor Moons, or are you talking about the One Pieces, the Naruto's, the Full Metal Alchemist, and the
Nigga, where's your
Death Notes? Now, because that's a generational gap in itself. So what are you trying to say exactly? Because my answer still equals both. The time between Dragon Ball Z and Naruto and One Piece are at least 5 to 10 years, maybe 20. Considering Naruto and One Piece were inspired by Dragon Ball Z. But I'm saying, my answer to both is no. He ain't gonna get there,
So
you feel
basically,
me?
you tried to help out your question and still the same.
Exactly, you feel me?
Okay, basically.
Let you know right now, it's a gap.
I don't know.
I'm joking. It's no
Well, we have a lot of new anime fans that are just getting into anime, and their first taste in anime is this new generation. So maybe that's why there's a lot of fandom going around, and a lot of hype. You know what I'm saying? A lot of curiosity for these new generation animes because these new anime fans don't even know what happened in the past. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't know what the what bricks were laid down before them. So I just wanted to see, true anime fans know, you know what I'm saying, oh, they got that from that, oh, you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, oh, they got another tournament, they got another, you got another, tuning exam, you know what I'm saying?
But like I said, you said in the last video, if y'all go check out, actually, I didn't even post it. That's never mind. Keep that. In your last video, we talked about Dr. Stone, and that's a special occasion. We gonna say that for another one. When you mentioned that you've never seen this type of show before, where they have just survival. Yes. So that's a new take. I can't, as you said, when you said it, I was like, only thing I think of was survival from a game, survival from zombies, survival from Cell, a villain. I don't know what you meant, but if you're saying just survival as in they have to exist and become the new Adam and Eve, that's a new spin on something. And I have to give the new generation props for that. Even Fire Force, I feel like Fire Force is kind of unique. You feel me?
Yeah.
Whereas
sure.
as I told you, Blood Lad, I get a strong sense of Blood Lad and of Blue Exorcist. The idea of because when I think of fire powers, you feel me? I think of Zuko. I think of, you know what I'm saying,
Zuko.
Endeavor.
Ace.
You feel me? That's what I think of. I think,
you Ace,
you know what I'm saying, you're gonna shoot that from your... Jimmy,
Nazi.
hold on, how you ain't gonna disrespect my boy Zuko like
You ain't
that.
gonna disrespect Zuko like that, hey, bro. I mean, he's a good firebender and all, but if we're thinking about flame users, he ain't the coldest one.
Hold on, I'm just saying.
Zuko is not the coldest flame user.
Hey, I'm gonna say this: my boy Zuko has been shooting fire since he was American Dragon Jake Long. So don't disrespect my boy he ain't been a fire user since day one.
Way back.
You know what I'm saying? Don't act like he ain't been a fire user since day one. He's been a fire user since day one. So, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? When I think of that, you think of that. No, we're gonna get into that. Trust me, we're gonna get into that in this episode.
You heard?
But
nah, honestly, honestly, they gotta be different. They gotta be, intuitive or they gotta show a new initiative because you can't copy the old shit anymore, bro. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do something new. Now, I'm asking is the new generation doing their job and creating new anime that's kind of passing the torch? I believe so. I believe some of these shows are very interesting. Except Boruto. Boruto's trash.
I think not ironically. Honestly, I believe this generation now is much better when the new generation started. I think Vinland Saga, Demon Slayer, Dr. Stone, Fire Force is a much better introduction to the new generation than Hero Academia, Boruto, and Black Clover.
Really?
That's me personally. I'm not saying anything bad about those shows other than Boruto. I think Boruto is trash. It's hard for me to say that because I'm not gonna lie, I never watched it. I mean, I watched the first 5
You don't need to watch
episodes,
it. You just gotta know it's
I
trash, bro.
watched the first 4 or 5 and I fell off. Black Clover,
Ooh, shit.
they're getting there too.
It's hot. It's hot.
Yeah, we're trying to survive and talk about this anime, bro. What y'all doing?
Okay, whatever.
Fall back.
Let's hit it here then.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I think those are cool, but I feel like they had way too much hype going into the new generation. They hyped it up way too much coming out after, like you said, Naruto and stuff. After Naruto ended, we were ready and we expect the new generation. And they was like, yo, Hero Academia is the next Naruto. But basically, you know what I'm saying? They didn't say it, but they was comparing it.
They ain't saying it, but they try to like imply it, like, yo, this is gonna be the new.
But I'm saying, remember they put the memes up there. Remember you even sent me that picture. He was like, hey, what's this show that they're talking about? Oh, he's gonna be great someday and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, that's Hero Academia before it even came out. They're already telling you like, oh, it's gonna take Naruto's place and stuff like that, and it's not. It never will. We've argued this. We told you Naruto is arguably the best anime ever to exist. If you take out the fillers, Naruto and not Bleach, but Bleach would be much better. Bleach would never be the best. You know what I'm saying, the best anime ever. But I'm saying it would be a much better show, or looked at much better if you took out all the fillers. Whereas Hero Academia doesn't really have fillers like that. But it's not the one, man. And I'm not trying to disrespect. Like I know how much exactly. I know how this sounds coming from me, being the Hero Academia fan. I am. So it doesn't even. You know what I'm saying? So it don't even sound right. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, how you gonna say this and you don't even know? You know what I'm saying? You don't even mess with Hero Academia like that. So the person who's seen every episode so up to date, and I've seen every episode of Demon Slayer, and I've seen every episode of Fire Force, I've seen every episode of Vinland Saga. I have not seen every episode of Black Clover, so I'll let a person who's seen every episode talk about that. I'm telling you, I think the new 4 that just came out this summer has way more potential than that 3. That's me personally, and I think it's gonna be nice. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know I'm talking a lot. Go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, get your input, Big Dad. Big Dad like, hey, bro, you gonna hurt that noise so I can get my words out, or you just
You good? You was really feeling yourself right there, so I wanted to let you finish.
Yeah,
all I got to say really is I don't understand how you can go from Naruto to Boruto. That's like
bro, they want the money.
But it has to be a different writer, different creator, fam. Because I think the writer is on that new show, Samurai 8, right? He created Samurai 8. I think that has to be his main focus. I think it's like when Dragon Ball GT did, like, he might, like how Akira told me out, like, he looked over it, but he didn't really, like, make the story thing. I feel like it has to be that type of thing.
But yeah, but GT's not even really considered canon no more.
I know, but yeah, I hear you. And when I feel like when it came down to it, it's like, he just overviews it like, okay, brother, okay, these are the characters I would create, and it's very possible, don't get me twisted, that they pandered to the new generation, because now we have shows like Teen Titans Go, Clarence, We Bare Bears. I'm trying to think of some other stuff, but you know what I'm saying? Where it's a lot more kiddish than it was back when we were, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, for sure.
When we were gonna.
That's what they're appealing to, bro. They gotta appeal to the kids now, man. They gotta go back to the kids.
Exactly.
That's how they got us.
Exactly.
You know what?
They knew what we wanted.
Exactly.
Here's my issue though, is I feel like no matter, like with every generation, they always look on like their stuff more fondly, and the new shit that's coming out is always trash. But like it can't be denied. Like it can't be denied with this generation. Like there's just no arguing.
Exactly. Nah, it's. I mean, yeah, like my man said, like C said though, you got to give it time. We don't know what it is yet. It will never be our generation. It will never be as good. You feel me? Like it will never be. It will never be the full.
Like, it's been like that since like our generation of like, you know, cartoons and anime was just crazy, bro.
Oh, definitely. And since we, you know what I'm saying, since we in the cartoon bag, we might as well get into the unless y'all want to tell what y'all peeping right now. Y'all want to say what y'all
same
watching?
Shit you just said right now, bro. Except y'all need to go check out Black Clover. Black Clover is on its way to becoming a real deal anime. I'm talking about, you know, in the beginning it starts off very slow. You know, you gotta get used to these characters. You don't know like if you're gonna follow the main protagonist. You know what I'm saying? The rivalry is kind of like interesting because you have one guy that's already a beast.
Let's move out. Let's move.
And I'm talking about this man is already made. Like he's not like on some Sasuke shit where it's like, oh, they're like, you know, they're both getting better together type shit. Now this nigga is like really out here doing things by himself. Like we won't see him for like 10, 15 episodes, and then when he comes back, all of a sudden he has a power up. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. I mean, no. Let me take that back. I'm sorry. It's not that I dislike it, but I didn't like that. Like you show them, right? They always showed him, because I got to like episode 20. They always showed him, but then like it was just always like, yeah, he's that dude. He's that dude. He's that dude. He's that dude. Yeah, that's all you're doing. And then like they showed up one time, and he was like, I wanted him and Asta to have more interaction, considering that y'all grew up together, and y'all brothers, rivals, grew up together, and even I loved it in the first episode when Asta got his grimoire, and he was like, I knew it. There was no way he wasn't getting one. I love that. I was like,
for sure.
That's what had me hooked. I was like, oh, okay, that's how his mentality is. Then I messed with it. Like he looks at his brother as a rival, but he lets him know, like, nah, y'all all hating on him. He's that dude. Exactly.
No,
so I wanted to see their interactions more. So that's
I like Black Clover also because I know the rivalry is still kind of fresh, but like the storyline is very interesting too. We have a betrayal between two different types of like races or species that live together. So we're trying to like uncover like why the elves of the realm are fucking attacking the humans, because they believe the humans attacked the elves back in the day because it was supposed to be a big significant unification through wedding. You know what I'm saying? So they have like a lot of political. It's like some political stuff in there too. That's kind of like a little interesting. Hopefully they can develop that even more. But Black Clover is really on the rise. You know what I'm saying? It's really on the rise.
Yeah, definitely. Wasn't it RDC World that said stop trying to put Black Clover in the top 3?
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that?
I'm not saying like.
Yeah, take this.
I'm not saying it's the best of the new generation. I'm just saying.
Well, you said Attack on Titan is best generation.
You said what? Attack on Titan, My Hero Academia.
What's a wingman that could take that skull piercer? I'm just saying.
Yeah. Wingman and Longbow. I don't have either of those, and I'm not gonna pick one up, so I'm not gonna mess with it. Yeah, if someone wants to pick up the Wingman right here, go ahead. It does things.
Watch out.
Got one here.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna throw a thermite. Oh, they're right here. Oh, he threw a smoke. Please run into my thermite then. Dang, they smoked me. The fuck out of it. I went on top.
Taking some damage.
I'm jumping over.
Got there, bamboozle.
Good decoy. Ooh, I'm getting lit up. Oh, they're up here. Well, one's up here. No, they're up. Two up here. Bangalore, and I think the other one was I can't see. You jump down, Bangalore down there. Careful, see. One down there for sure.
That one's not too far. I'm okay with that. Shot fired.
You're a savage. I messed with it though. But yeah,
I love about the money.
I definitely, you know what I'm saying. I'm definitely gonna catch up with Demon Slayer. Considering I haven't seen the full.
Oh, if Dr. Stone can turn into what's it called, a Code Geass type / or Death Note, type of thing, where we're getting a new type of anime, which is showing us a new type of savageness per se. I could say like a different type of being, like a you know what I'm saying, a different type of show. If Dr. Stone can turn into one of those, then the new generation is safe.
What I liked about it, fam, was they're not using the Geass to kill the dude. They're not using the Death Note to kill the dude. They're using legit science to have to ward off. They literally threw the black powder, which was the gun ignition powder. Then they threw the rock in the air, used the distraction, because knowing he wouldn't look away from the buff dude. Then after using all that distraction, the black powder smoking, using the cover screen, then the igniting goes to get them escape. I like that. I don't want them to like. Okay, now all of a sudden they're killing people. Okay, now I don't want them to like kill unless they legit have to kill the person. I don't want them to start killing people with like special powers and stuff like that. Like I like that they're using specific legit science to get through it. You feel me? Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
I'm liking that a lot. That's what I'm really enjoying. I like that, and I like the opening to the episode when they reminisce. So they showed how Senku, I'm not even gonna pretend like I know these people's names. Senku, the muscle dude, and the girl became friends. They showed that how Senku was doing his mechanic thing. Homeboy came and helped him, and then homegirl came and shot the thing, made the thing. And they showed what would happen if the other dude, the primitive dude, would have been with them also. I like that a lot. I enjoyed that greatly. I was like, oh, that's tight. You know what I'm saying? Like little, this is what it would have. It reminded me of Angel Beats, Big Dev, like the episode when they showed Homegirl. You know what I'm saying? Remember when Homegirl was like, oh, I had no legs. I would have been in the hospital, and Homeboy was like, oh, I would have knocked my baseball in there, and then they showed what would have happened if they would have met in real life. If they would have met when they were alive. And maybe that's probably why I liked it so much. I had like a little, gave me, you know what I'm saying? Anytime you bring back, give me an Angel Beats reference, I start feeling some type of way. I start, you know what I'm saying? I get emotionally connected. I'm like,
all that shit.
I'm like, this is a good episode.
I feel that, and I think this is the perfect segue to the main topic of this podcast, which is what makes a good anime.
Okay.
You said what makes a good anime?
So here's my thing. What makes a good anime? Because you have Naruto, but then you also have Ace of Diamonds. You know? Very different animes, but both still good.
Don't bring on the Ace of Diamonds, man. They not ready for the Ace of Diamonds. They don't know about the Ace, bro. They don't know what it means to be the Ace, bro. They don't know what it means to become for the Ace, bro. They don't know what it means to when you get a mentor that you respect and that he has the potential to be great, and then you take his spot on the lineup, and you sitting there like, should I even deserve this spot? How a person like me gonna deserve a spot over a man like that, and he's the one who taught me? I'm sorry. You know what I'm saying? The Ace of Diamonds is a different.
I mean, honestly, those are two good templates for good animes. But I just want to see how they both kind of correlate.
How they correlate, or why does it make it that?
Alright, so those are two good examples. Those are two examples of good animes, right?
Two different. Exactly. Like Big Dev did a perfect showing two completely different style anime. One's a sports anime, and one's an action anime, ninja anime, whatever you want to call it, adventure anime.
Ninja anime.
But somehow they're both phenomenal pieces. First thing I think.
So the characteristics, basically.
Biggest. Yeah, the first thing that I think is the biggest thing when it comes down to it, I have to like your main character. Your main character does not have to be my favorite character. Honestly, it might even be worse. Like I'd rather the main character not be my favorite character right in the beginning. Like right in the beginning, I'd rather my favorite character be like a side character. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I like the captain more than the main character. Or I like Sasuke more than the main character.
I don't really think you're like meaning what you're saying right now, bro. Because I'm telling you. Because you seem like the type of person, if you don't mess with the main character, you're fucking showing that the main character ain't
No. Give me a second to explain.
I mean, you don't really fuck with Goku that tough.
I'm saying you don't have to be my favorite, but I have to like you enough. You feel me? You don't have to be my favorite, but you have to be likable.
All right, so we have Naruto and Samura.
Gon is not my favorite character, but I mess with him heavy. Kiryua's up there, Kurapika's up there. Your main character has to be enjoyable, but your side character.
So Samura is basically kind of like a copy of Naruto. They're both loud, both have an ambition. It's the truth, right? They're both loud. They both have ambition. They both are kind of like they're kind of. They're both viewed as like, I'm not gonna say like, you know.
Fools. Yeah, go ahead, classify.
They're looked at as fools, but the potential is fucking astounding whenever a character looks at him like, yo, his potential is ridiculous in the ways of Samura with his left hand pitching.
Oh, they on us.
Hold on. It's looked at as
a podcast.
They made.
They go on the bridge. Oh. But they got the drop on us.
Oh yeah, this is show how. I don't know why we in the swamp.
They popped up at the party. They popped out at the party.
That boy blended in with the swamp. The hell?
I thought he was by ourselves. I thought I was big chilling.
No, but yeah, I'm about to this podcast.
It's actually the fact that you know what I'm saying, they're such buffoons that it stops them from looking at such a realistic view. I guess
so basically, your main character has to have a lot of charisma. That's basically what we get from these niggas. Like, yo, I want to follow this guy because I just like his personality.
Okay, I'm saying, do you believe Light has charisma?
No.
Helmet here. Longbow here.
No, he just has savageness.
I'm saying, do you feel like Lush has charisma?
No.
Do you feel like it's charisma, or do you feel like it's leadership qualities?
Okay, definitely, it's not leadership qualities, bro. These niggas aren't leaders. Naruto, when he first started, was not a leader. Samurai is definitely not a
I said
leader.
qualities. I said qualities. I said qualities. I said qualities.
Oh, so
I did not
you
say
want to
leader.
add that to it? Okay, bet.
No. Because
I don't-
definitely didn't. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
If your main character is like the leader, captain type ish, yeah, that's cool.
Qualities. Meaning, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he never gives up. You feel me? That's why the pink hair dude, Haruchi, loved Ijon because he's Samuda, because he was like, yo, like he like no matter what, like people keep telling him he's the ace. When it came to Naruto, Konohamaru was like, oh, this buffoon really just like he's gonna get through the whole Rasengan in 1 week. You feel me? Like you have this quality where it's like, all
I
right.
wouldn't call it a leadership quality.
Well, that's what I'm asking you because I'm saying like, didn't you say when it comes to light,
I don't think your main character has that leadership quality.
People follow Lelouch. So that's what I'm asking.
Maybe.
People
I mean,
follow
I
like
guess you
them
should
and
have a leadership quality because these motherfuckers have like, okay, they have to follow you. Like Luffy is a leader, but like, would you call him a leader, or is it like I'm gonna do this and you guys are gonna follow me? And I feel like that's them more following his personality, his charm. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean by qualities. Qualities. Oh, but you're saying that's what you mean by charisma.
Yeah.
Okay. Rachel's saying the same thing. I hear you. Yeah. But then, do you feel like you need a beast number 2?
Oh, for sure.
You know what I'm saying? Do you think that number two is the hype? Because I say this when I'm saying this, I'm questioning myself because I'm trying to think who is Light's number 2.
L.
You feel me? When I think of this, okay, but then when you say that, then I start to wonder: do you need a beast number 2, or is the villain more important? But then there's no villain in base.
I don't know. I mean, Light and L were like fucking. They were villains, I guess, enemies, whatever. But I still saw them as rivals.
No, definitely. But I'm saying when I say number 2, I'm not saying your number 2 has to be rival. Zoro is not Luffy's rival. But oh, you best believe he a 1B. I'm not even calling that boy no 2 no more.
Who you call Luffy's rival?
I'm not even calling him a
Blackbeard.
I never looked at him. If anything, I thought his rival would be technically.
I mean, basically, when I say rival, I mean like
Extremely ready
your
for
character that's gonna push you to become better. Luffy and Zoro came into the game as like, yo, I'm gonna be the best swordsman. I'm gonna be fire captain.
Oh, that boy.
Basically, I'm gonna hold you to that. I'm gonna hold you to that. Boom, boom, boom.
Exactly.
And now we both see these motherfuckers exploding.
Okay, if you're saying that, then yeah, I'm definitely fine with that. Yeah,
That's how I
definitely
feel
call
like
Zoro his rival. Okay, definitely, because that boy
Like
Zoro told him
Sasuke,
numerous
Naruto,
times.
Samurata, and Furuku.
Exactly.
Damn terrible with names. I'm just sorry saying names.
Furuya.
Furuku. Ichigo and the Usher.
That's a for sure. That's a rival. That's a rival for sure. He even said it. They even said going in, like that was the first thing in the first episode. The girl with the glasses. She said, "You're good, but you don't have a good enough rival yet. That's what needs to push you." She said around the back.
That's true.
Where we going, Big Dab? I guess
The anime's gotta have a good rival. Your number 2 gotta be solid.
I definitely missed it. I definitely missed it.
You go to the complete opposite way of my market.
Sometimes your number 2 is better than your number 1.
You said number 6 again?
Sometimes your number 2 is better than your number 1. So you gotta respect that.
Something. I like what you do more than
You know what I'm saying? When Kyo was doing some shit, I said, "Go, you gotta do something. You gotta keep up with this nigga. I'm sorry." Or they're gonna try to change the show to this nigga.
They gonna try to. Are they gonna do the Gurren Lagann thing? You know what I'm saying?
Kill him hella early.
Has they? You know what I'm saying? Because since we get into the good qualities, I'm gonna dive into it because Gurren Lagann is a great show, a classic that doesn't get enough love. Have they done anything like that since?
Oh, someone got the party
Have they done that since? Have they dropped the main character, have the main character in the show doing his darn thing, doing main character things, and then kill him, and then have the second character run the show, and you sitting there like, this ain't the same, but this ain't gonna be the same. This ain't gonna be the same. And you be like, halfway you're like, oh, this dude really that dude. This ain't gonna really that guy. Like
I don't think so. I think the only other thing that was even close to that was probably Akame got killed, but it was only like 2 episodes after he died, and you can kind of argue that they were both main characters, you know. So it's like
okay. Now when you say that, are you saying the
Tatsumi and Akame?
The Tatsumi didn't die, did he?
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert!
Yes.
Spoiler alert! Yes,
That's how
he
you
did.
know. That's how you know. I forgot. Did he?
Yes,
She
he
was always the
died.
main character to me. Does anyone want this 3-on-1?
You?
Alright, I'll take it. I'll keep it. Because I like the Ava. I like the Hemlock Ava combo, so I usually keep those two.
Hey,
So I
let's
was like,
keep
I'm
an
just
eye
gonna
on
drop
people.
it.
Let's not get surprised this time.
Dang, that just means
So
that,
okay,
that,
what
that
about
sacred armor that
so
he's wearing
okay?
is
How
cursed.
about so what about master / mentor? He gotta be raw.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
can't be
obviously
trash,
so
I mean,
Naruto. So
Master
obviously
Roshi,
Naruto.
Mentor
Jiraiya,
definitely can't be
Kakashi,
trash, but
Like,
I'm trying to think, does he have to be raw?
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I'm talking about like Homeboy has to be like on some like influential type. Like yo, I never.
yeah,
definitely.
if he's not raw, he has to at least be funny like Master Roshi.
Yes, I agree.
Which-
I agree.
Another point. So you gotta have a good main character with some leadership. You gotta have
Savage number 2.
Another one.
a savage number 2.
So
You gotta have a good master, and you gotta
you say
have some
so-
comedic relief.
Oh, definitely. So we'll say, can we put the great enemy and great rival the same? We're saying that's
No,
the same, right?
No.
Nah, because
Well, I'm saying either
I
or.
The
would
only
say-
reason why I like
Either have a
Naruto
great-
and Sasuke so much is because they are actually real rivals, and it turned into some like I'm going good, I'm going the evil route, I'm going the good route. That's why I was like looked at as bad and good type of thing.
So
But, like,
what do you think? What do you think is more important? Do you think a great rival is more important, or a great enemy is more important?
I would
don't
say
know.
great enemy because it has to be compelling. Having a good rival is cool, but like there's a lot of shows that you can say nobody really had a good rival. Like
okay, what's a good enemy though?
A good enemy,
who,
Sensui,
Aizen?
Cell.
You said Sensui
Aizen.
only had one
Aizen.
season.
What that?
How can you be a great enemy and you only have
Don't
one
disres-
season?
Don't disrespect his man. Don't
I'm dead ass though.
What
Like,
is that?
how you
I was
gonna be a
confused, like, what does that
how you gonna be
mean?
a
Like,
great
what-
villain? I say
what does that got to do
Toguro, if
anything?
anything, is better than Sensui, bruh. Toguro actually,
had a season
Toguro
and a
took out the
half.
homies, and then you gotta do something about him taking out the homies. Come on now.
I don't even care. You can say either
Toguro
one.
took out his
I don't-
teacher, bruh.
I
Toguro
don't
took out his
care,
teacher.
bruh.
If you
Wait,
take out my
hold on.
teacher,
Hey,
That
both
show
of y'all,
is
both of y'all,
ruthless.
real quick. We do need to push to this ring.
Yeah.
oh shit.
I'm like, either way, that show
Nah,
was wrong.
nah,
Like,
nah.
I don't care
Sensui
what
was
you say.
Sensui was a savage, bruh. But like, what did my man do? Like, he tried to take over
I'm
the
not
world.
even-
A lot of them
not
tried to
even
take over the world, bruh.
I'm
He
not
got
even trying
killed.
to- I'm not
He
even
got
arguing this, I
killed
don't
by a
care.
rambunctious.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know what I'm
by
saying?
a
Like,
rambunctious
I think
teenager.
the problem is, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just
Pokemon
saying.
had a Gary, but Gary didn't pull up enough. I feel like Gary
basically.
didn't pull up enough, man. So that if he had,
I'm
if
just
Gary
saying,
was in the
Toguro
most
was really
strong-
that nigga more, bruh. Cause like when he was putting hands on him too, he was like, "Yo, I'm putting you killed my teacher, bruh. My nigga don't even have a dad."
Alright. I don't care.
My nigga don't even
That
have some
show was
parents.
lit. That's all I wanted to let that be known.
And then
It
that
had
created
savage
that
feelings.
created the
That's all I
bond that
wanted
we
to be
saw
known.
between the teacher and fucking Yusuke. 'Cause honestly, you thought they hated each other, but when he was like, "Oh, you killed
I never
homegirl,"
thought that.
man, you can't say the bitches out here loving each other. Like, oh, I love like homeboy. Like,
I thought it was all tough love.
that teacher was all. Oh, that was not. Yeah, that was. It wasn't even love. It was just tough. It wasn't even love. It was just tough.
I can't tell. Did they increase the sprint speed or does the ring close slower? Because I feel like we've never been able to really outrun.
I mean, it's like the
this
first
before.
one, right? Just like the first round.
It's the first one.
Oh, the first one is slow.
I'm surprised you ran it. I took the oopty and I was gone.
Oh yeah, huh?
I
Me too.
hear you a bloodhound or a.
Okay, but give me another villain. Give me another villain. I thought Aizen was a good one because it was more than one season, and he was like, you know, he was part of them, and then he betrayed them type
Honestly,
shit.
I'm cool
Naraku.
with that.
They could not kill him for the
Naraku.
whole show.
I'll take
They were
Naraku.
trying desperately to kill that nigga.
So we feel that longevity matters when it comes to a villain. So is that the same?
Kind
Because
of.
I was really,
Well, I mean-
I'm going right into the smoke. Hold on.
I-
A
How
lot
much-
of people
like,
will
how much
say
damage can you do in one
Darth
season?
Maul. Darth Maul was a pretty good. Oh shit!
Hold on.
You
Yeah,
got some
like
smoke.
I said, I'm going right into the smoke. The squad!
Ah,
Squad! Avengers!
Assemble! Oh, he did. He did sprint. That's why I wasn't really a fan of that. Just tell me where to go.
It looked like they're fighting another squad, so I'm trying to third party this mug hard.
All right, fall in line. Cover
Oh,
my
he's in
six, guys.
Viacom. Yeah, so there's one party right here. Well, they just dropped somebody. They're going to it, but please loot. Knocked him. I knocked him. I did that for the pod. Just let you know we ain't trash out
Watch
here.
out, watch out. They're coming in from the storm.
Left, right? Yeah. I see him. Right there. He went to the dorm. Oh, snap. I thought that was you, see? I'll get you a second, Big Dad. Where you at?
Damn it!
It's a bitch in this cave. It's a bitch in the cave.
It's a cave. I see her.
Yeah.
Coming for you. I'm coming for you. Dump. Oh, no! No, I'm trash! I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I'm not Jason. I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Dev, you really need to get 2K20 so we can just be hooping and getting buckets on this.
Oh, definitely get 2K20. Definitely get 2K20. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not Jason. That should have been a kill. I'm trash. I'm sorry.
But now, longevity kind of, cause like, alright, I'm trying to think of another good villain, bro. Like, alright, well, who would you say the good one was in Naruto? Can we honestly say, Kong throughout the end was a good villain?
Savage to me.
You would think more Madara, right? So Madara is a
No, I'm saying, but that's part of the reason why I took away. That's part of the reason why we argue that Naruto isn't top show of all time is because they had the whole Madara. Because technically they did tease Kaguya in the beginning in Naruto and stuff like that, technically, but you have to be really paying attention. If you don't even pay attention, they tease Madara the whole series.
The whole series.
They basically said like.
The whole series.
And then
when he came out in the war, you was like,
exactly.
Oh shit! This is the main villain.
This is who we've been waiting for. This is who we were
waiting for on everything.
They said, because remember, right in the beginning, first season, Kurama was like, no, not first season. I'm sorry. First episode of Shippuden, Kurama was like, that man Sasuke has the same eyes as that dude Madara, da da da, and you're like, whoa, I ain't never heard. Who this Madara character you keep talking about, sir?
Excuse me, sir. Madara?
I was like, I'm like, sorry, have you heard it? I've never heard this.
Yeah,
man.
but they always talk
So,
about, you know what I'm saying, that one guy, and then Madara was the one that fucked up the whole Leaf Village. Like, they brought it back whole scale, and it was beautiful. And then when they brought up Kaguya, I was like, oh, you just trying to make some more money.
Exactly. So what you're saying from the ending of, but Naruto, like I said, Madara, the scene, the whole thing about Madara was lit. But here's the thing about it, like you said, comic relief, because I think it comes down to like, I think comic relief gets underplayed. I think that's a big thing that does not get talked about. Every great show has a moment where you just like, oh, that's jokes. Like you have to you go through an intense fight scene. Da 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 da. Oh, I forgot this dude Naruto really is a buffoon. Da 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 da. Oh, this dude Luffy really doesn't listen to the plot. You know what I mean? You're like, oh, like you take a minute, you're like, oh, these guys really are, you know what I'm saying, fools. You forget sometimes. Oh, this dude Deku really is dressed up like the average, like, what was he? Remember he was like, when they all suited up to go fight all you and he kept saying that. I keep forgetting what he was saying, but he was like, hoorah, hoorah! Like he had the shades, he had the goatee. Am I tripping or no?
Nah.
I don't remember this.
Try this again. Oh my god, these fools really did go check out each other's rooms. They really went room by room and was really judging people by their room when they hit the dorms.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? Like, dang, these fools, like, you know what I'm saying? Alright, I'm gonna get an action scene. I'm gonna get some lit scene. I'm gonna get the mentor punch. I'm gonna get Genkai punching Yusuke in the chest. But as soon as I know when that boy Yusuke was like, starts narrating and calling Genkai an old hag, starts slapping Keiko on her butt, that's when I'm like, this show do got jokes too. I think that comic relief gets very underplayed. I feel like that comic relief gets very underplayed. No matter how savage your show is, no matter how savage, if it's an action show, a sports anime, because you know what I'm saying, even a horror, if it's even a horror, it needs to have at least
it gotta make me laugh.
You gotta have, like I'm saying, my devil's a part-timer. So,
I mean, that was all laugh.
Hey, from now on, hold on. From now on, y'all choose a location. I suggest no location no more if y'all just gonna disrespect me like this. That's two back-to-back. Alright, so why don't we go here? So we're not going that way.
I'm trying to go some low-key spots so we can get this podcast, man. Because, alright, so what about this? What about side character development?
side character development, or
I don't think there's a show that has better side.
Yeah.
There's no show that has better side character development than Naruto, in my opinion. Like, you got whole like mini arcs.
Yeah.
With like Shikamaru.
Yes, sir.
When he went to
Neji.
avenge, bruh.
When they went to try to go get Sasuke, we gonna go get that boy Sasuke. We gonna go get that boy Sasuke. We gonna get that boy Sasuke. Oh shit, these niggas is real.
Do you not think Kurapika's arc is kind of, it's not even done yet, kind of one of the most intense side character arcs
It was intense.
ever?
It was intense.
Kurapika's side character arc, like talk about miniseries. They literally had a miniseries where they showed him go find when he fought the first people that had that found his eyes. Where he found out, oh, you're all the people who took our eyes, and that's when he got on the whole path. They show that. Then you, of course, you see the whole, because I believe that the whole Phantom Troop was his arc. And
I mean, yeah,
now I'm thinking about this. Don't in One Piece people have their own arcs? Doesn't Sanji have his own arc? Doesn't Zoro have his own arc? Nami has his own arc?
Yes, sir.
Like, you feel me? So like, I agree
That's
with you saying.
So these side characters gotta be they gotta be legit. Like, you know what I'm saying? It can't be the main character rival.
I had to think about that Naruto being the best, and I'm like, definitely no. I don't want just the main character.
See, so because it's not and when I'm saying like, Shikamaru was not like, he's kind of far removed from the main storyline.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody that's in the Straw Hat crew, like,
okay,
yeah, they all kind of.
I agree too. Kurapika too.
Like, they have arcs built around them, not so much like just character development. Because for some reason they always forget, which is weird, and this pisses me off to this day. Of why would you not think that Luffy would go to hell and back for you? Like, by now. Sanji in particular.
Exactly. No, I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, all right, hey, first off, didn't we already go through this with Red Shoes Zeph? I thought we dealt with this situation already. Like, I was like, how are we still going?
Not even just that, but Sanji was there when they was like, fuck the world government. For
Robin, and we met her last. She was an enemy.
For real.
She was a legit enemy, and we went to hell and back for her. Literally one of the greatest comebacks
Declared
ever
war
in
on
anime
the police. Fuck the police. Usopp. Let that thing on fire, boy. Let them know.
Exactly. Oh God. Nah, he didn't say Usopp. He's a Soki King. He knows.
Oh man, Soki King. Yeah.
Can we do a sidebar? Talk about One Piece for a moment. Oh, I don't think you do. Can we just talk about it? Like, I don't want to get like, I know y'all not. Hold on.
Look, check this out. I just have this one thing to say about One Piece. If they ever, just at the end of the show all the off-screen fights that we didn't see, One Piece would be the best show ever, bro. If they show us Blackbeard versus Newgate's crew, if they show us the fucking battle on Punk Hazard, if they show us any fight with Goldie, Roger, and Shanks, any fight, bruh. I want to see why this nigga was pirating.
I want to see Shanks and Mihawk.
That's
Shanks and Mihawk.
They said there's a lot of sparring they did. They didn't say they did one. They said they did a cool amount of sparring. They said a couple. They said it was on site. I think they're best friends. On God, I think they might be best friends. I swear.
They might. I mean, look how Mihawk took care of Zolo. He had to train that nigga.
Oh, you said you had to train him?
No, he said he didn't have to. Like, I'm just saying. Like, it's basically history repeating itself.
You saying he didn't have to pull up to Shanks and be like, hey, you heard about this Luffy dude? And Mihawk pulled up to Shanks like, you heard about this Luffy dude? And Shanks was like, of course I heard about this Luffy dude. He's like, well, he a pirate, or he a captain, or I don't remember what he showed him. He showed him he was the emperor, right? Is that what he showed him? I forgot what he did. What he showed him when he pulled up to him. He was like, oh, I remember he's the one who told Shanks about Luffy. I want to say that he said either. I think he's either the one who told him that he went to Punk Hazard. He's either the one who told him that he went to the war, or he's the one who told him that he's an emperor now. I can't remember which was which. But he told him one of the two.
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
He pulled up to him and was like, hey, and
that farm is so fucking far.
Shanks was chilling. He was like, hey man, I'm not even trying to fight today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm big chilling today. He's like, no, we good. He's like,
maybe they need to make these movies or something, bro. Because I swear to God, motherfuckers, bro, all these motherfuckers on what's it called, on Instagram debating, who would win, bro. We don't even know how these niggas fight.
I'm still waiting to find out how Shanks fight.
We might only see Shanks fight one time this whole One Piece thing, bro. We might see him only fight one time.
Audience, since we're right here on the One Piece, I gotta get this in the bag. Comment down below. Did Ace have Haki or not? I need this, please. I need this, you know what I'm saying, more than water.
All he had was,
Obviously not.
the color of the Supreme King. All he had was Conqueror's
If you believe he
Haki.
had Haki, please explain why. A good explanation would be like him and Sabo was 50-50 every time. So how come Sabo can use Haki but Ace can't? If your reasoning
That was when they was kids.
If your reasoning
They were
is
children.
If your reasoning is, hey, how are you a captain of the
Ahead of us, ahead of us, ahead of us, ahead of us.
I see him, I see him. They shot first, right? Zolo, please tell me they shot first. That was a
Oh,
waste
why
of
was
shot.
my gun not out? Oh, man, I really thought I had my gun out.
Oh, that's not your special. That's not your special.
Oh, wow.
There's no squad up there, back up. Oh, it's not behind us too? Or is that the same dude? Good stuff, boy. Just find me now. Hello? Thank you.
Hello.
Oh, behind you, stop, behind you. Dang, that's unfortunate. Oh, in front of you, I'm sorry.
In front of me.
But back to the regularly scheduled programming.
How is it that
getting late.
a man who can be a captain of the Whitebeard Pirates but not have hockey? Explain that to me, Sway.
Facts.
How can you fight
Hockey's not a
Blackbeard
prerequisite.
with no hockey? I'm not saying
He
it's to be a
did.
prerequisite, but I'm saying is you're telling
That's the reason why he got caught. Because the nigga didn't have hockey.
No, that's why he got caught. Come on, man. Luffy got put down. He had hockey. Just because he got hockey don't mean that's why he got put down. Luffy had already trained his hockey and he got put down. I mean, he did not train. I'm sorry. Luffy did not train it. He had it but did not train it yet. But yes, he got put down. No, bruh. You're telling me Marco can use hockey? Do you think Marco can use hockey? Let me ask that now.
I hope so.
Yeah.
Cause he attacked the Light Admiral, didn't he? Didn't he fight the Light Admiral? Yeah. So he couldn't touch the Light Admiral without hockey, right?
No.
So you're telling me that Marco, who respects Ace, Whitebeard, that respects
all
Ace,
you can do is make assumptions.
Ah.
That's
I'm
not the point.
assuming. I'm cool
That's
with
not-
assuming. But you're telling me no definitively, and definitively, you can't tell me he ain't got no hockey.
Well, if the nigga
You're
had
telling me-
hockey, he should have used it.
I know, that's the thing. Yeah, exactly. If he had it, he should have used that
if
bitch.
the nigga had hockey, that nigga should have been used it against
Who?
Blackbeard. The nigga could have used. He clearly never honed his Conqueror's hockey.
We
He
never
coulda-
finished the fight, though. You making it seem
they
like we
finished
lost
the fight.
it.
They finished the fight.
No, they finished it. We never finished it. That's one of those off-screen fights. We don't know what happened after the fire and the darkness hit.
Obviously, he lost.
Listen, you're doing. You know,
Well, obviously,
it's crazy. It's crazy how hard you cape for someone when you like them, because you have nothing positive to say about Midoriya. Anytime
What? I said,
you have
give
no
me someone else
faith.
other than Midoriya. Give me someone else other than Midoriya. Another character I don't like.
Another character you don't like?
That I don't like.
I mean,
Not too.
the only people I can really think of are just like niggas
That's
in
recently.
trash.
That's recently, yeah. But hold on. But it's not about me not going at Midoriya disrespectful, because I do. But that's another thing where I said the reason I don't mess with Hero Academia is because I don't mess with the main character. And that was the first thing I stated when we said what makes a good series. I have to mess with your main character. But I've always gave props to Todoroki. I've always gave props to the Shadow Dude. And then another thing is, you said a big side character. I told you I don't like their rival, their side character. So, you know what I'm saying? At least I'm consistent. That's what I'm telling you. At least I'm consistent. I like to be consistent. I don't want to be. I want to.
You're consistently trash with your arguments.
Yes,
How? Give me
sir.
one way I'm trash.
Because
Give me how I'm trash.
because you're going to all sorts of lengths to try to make up some sort of excuse for how Ace has hockey,
Ain't
just
nobody,
because you like him.
Ain't no excuses. I'm telling you
There's
facts.
no reason-
Is he or is
there
he?
is no
he or is he
reason
not?
to think-
Hold on. Is he or is he not a captain of the Whitebeard Pirates?
He is second division commander.
Did him and
Second
Sabo,
division
were they
commander.
Was him and Sabo not even?
Bro,
As
I
kids,
don't know.
yes. But they're nowhere near the same level now. Because all right. Let's pause. Because I'm about to end your whole life right now. What is it that you always say about Sabo
Oh, that boy
and
nice as fuck.
Fujitora?
That boy
And
cool.
why?
Oh, he would have. Fujitora was just practice for Sabo. To
Okay,
this day.
Fujitora was
To this
just
day, he
practice.
was practice. He was
Fujitora
practice.
was just practice.
He was
Fujitora was
practice.
just
Fujitora ain't no
practice.
Blackbeard,
Right?
my nigga.
And you over here talking
Thank
about...
you.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
And Sabo and him are supposed to be 50-50. When Ace got one shot by an admiral.
Who is now the head? Don't try to put that
And
caveat
here
in
comes
there.
another excuse. And here comes another excuse. And here comes another excuse.
He acting like that's just a random
Here
admiral.
comes another.
That's the head nigga in charge now.
Yeah.
So my point is,
why do you think he got
the point
hit
I'm
after
making.
that?
Okay, because the nigga barely won a fight. He
Hold on,
barely
man.
won that fight. Hold on.
Okay, go
Wait,
ahead,
let me
go ahead,
finish.
Go ahead.
The point that I'm making is that you're trying to equate Ace's strength with Sabo's, when clearly Sabo's strength far exceeds him.
Okay.
Why might that be, you may ask?
Okay,
Because the nigga has hockey and Ace doesn't.
I would have put it out here. The reason Sabo is stronger than Ace is because Sabo was taught by Dragon, and Ace had to teach himself. It wasn't until he got a father figure like Whitebeard that he started reaching new heights. That's my excuse. I'll give you that. That's an excuse. I'm not gonna pretend like it's not. I'm not even gonna pretend like it's not. I'm for sure making that up. But when it comes down to it, they're not gonna pretend like Akainu did not take a full force quake fruit to the face. So he ain't just your regular dude. He literally took he literally got his whole right side broken by a young Whitebeard. No, an old Whitebeard, but an old young Whitebeard. You feel me? So he ain't just your run of the mill, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here just doing what it do. Second of all, you making it seem like my boy had time to jump in there, hockey it up, and you know what I'm saying, grab the fist and stuff like that. He ain't thinking about that. All I'm thinking is, that's my brother. Shout to Ace, man. Rest in paradise. Rest in paradise. Rest in power, Ace. Rest in power, Bong Clay. I'm always gonna get
Wait, hold on. Well, let's run that back. Let's think about that one more time. All he was thinking about was, that's my brother.
My
Right?
brother!
If the nigga had hockey, he could have used his observation hockey to sense the danger of Akainu.
And say what?
So-
Luffy, watch out! What you want me to say? What you want me to say? I ain't got time for all that. Like, hey, bro, I ain't got time to say, Luffy, you my boy, get out the way, you come out with the fish! No, we ain't got time for all that. Let me jump in there
Just eat it.
and shut it down. He said,
I
and we
mean,
say, you the
The
best of
nigga
us.
could have hockey. He could have. If he had
Huh?
time.
Yeah.
You
I-
tell me,
Point.
now you telling me,
that-
now you basically saying all people who take a bullet for somebody should just be like,
hockey
they
it
about
up.
to shoot a bullet at you. Now they basically saying they about to shoot you with that gun.
Alright,
Jump out the way.
there's a squad here,
Nah,
there's a
bro.
squad here.
Nah,
Take
what
the
you're
squad out.
saying, is like saying the nigga had a bulletproof vest the whole time, but he just didn't put the shit on
Basically.
when he got shot. Like, what the fuck did you have it for? Did you ever really even have it? Would be my question.
maybe he
if I
didn't
was
have it, that's what it
interrogating him. Like,
But your question is, did he have it? Not definitively. He ain't got it
There's a
on.
squad here.
I know. I'm fighting. I'm about to put him down. I put him down.
well, I think we've established what makes a good anime at this
I think
point.
when
And I think the last thing is just an overall good storyline. You know?
oh yes, yeah. You don't want to get
And
make
also
sure we
a
don't-
Because-
goal. Our dad, there's one under you.
Oh, yeah, you can't just be a rambunctious team that
you
just
saying
likes to fight.
You saying this, but do you not mess with this? Ain't that one of your
I
top
mess
goals?
with it. I mess with it, but I just like fucking with you.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I don't want the audience to get twisted. That is one of this boy Big Dev. That's one of Big Dev's Big best shows, favorite shows. Be careful. I'm waiting for this lifeline. Back up a little, Dev.
Right.
Let me heal up first. Cause I don't got no body shield. I'm about to go take his right now. It's alright.
Wait, are you? Wait, see,
Downstairs,
where you at?
downstairs, downstairs, they're downstairs.
Alright, hold on, I gotta.
Can you ping him?
Got a bad guy.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, I had to get that. I had to get a body shield. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. Give me 5 seconds. Give me 5
Inside,
seconds.
she's inside, she's inside now. To
Alright,
right, Dev,
I'm
to
gonna
right,
heal.
to right, to right.
Setting shield, you'll be alright.
No, my boy. Alright, since, you know what I'm saying, come to the end of the podcast, are there any shows you want to just, like, maybe recommend or give shout-outs to, because they're just underrated? I'm going to start with Ace Diamond. That show is underrated.
I gotta hop back on
Akame got
Black Clover.
killed. Underrated.
I really believe Black Clover got some potential, bro. I don't know why, but I just feel it.
I thought we were doing underrated, and this dude going to bring up some base.
No, I'm just saying, check that shit out.
Recharging.
But, alright, you getting a shout-out. What else? I had some shows. I said Akame killed Gurren Lagann. I'm going to be mad at myself, because I'm going to have so many shows after we hop off this podcast. Demon Slayer. I'm trying to think of underrated though. Like people don't know about
you
it.
didn't like how Homeboy had to go unconscious to beat Homeboy and still took the L, basically?
No. I like that. I loved it. The episode was phenomenal. Here, let me heal you up, family.
Daddy,
The episode was phenomenal.
Grandpa
I loved
and
it.
shows. You like how his grandpa
Yeah, I
was an
loved
OG
all that.
and all that shit?
Yeah.
Homeboy got hit by lightning.
Was,
What the fuck?
the episode was. I know. Changed his haircut and everything. The episode was phenomenal. I'm saying in 10 more episodes.
He said, "You only
when he
have
gets
one
episode-
move."
And he's like that's fine, perfected. So that's why Homeboy. That's why it shows like Homeboy got like he fell and he was like, why does I feel like there's gravity on me? Loved all that. But in 10 to 15 episodes, when it's like episode 20, 25, 30, and we're fighting like the real deal, when we're fighting the 12 like soldiers, the 12 clan that we're looking for.
You won't even be awake.
Wake up, rings moving.
I need him to be ready for that. I low-key need a time skip training montage. You know how I feel about training. I don't like people just being strong. I like they're beating their people now, but in a certain point, they should not be. They should start
Also,
taking L's.
I think the anime has have a goal.
Yeah. Top thing. Another thing. It's not a crazy thing. You cannot be overpowered. That's why I don't like One Punch Man.
Nah, then Seven Deadly Sins is looking. It's not gonna make it.
But he took 3 L's. Don't pretend like my man didn't take any L's.
Is Seven Deadly Sins
Lily
took 3 L's?
He died! What you talking about? My boy literally got killed!
Yeah, he did die.
He literally took
Hey, when
all
are new
7
episodes coming out,
steps. Yeah, I don't know, man. Hopefully before Academia, bro.
Damn, bro, it's taking forever.
Listen, I cannot have my main character win every fight, especially not with ease. Please train. Please don't do some fairy tale 7-year time skip and then nothing happens in 7 years and then you just give him the power up anyways. Please don't do that. I need you to train. Yusuke trains all the time. Goku trains all the time. Luffy trains all the time. Zoro trains all the time. Gon train. Killua train. You know what I'm saying?
Train.
Light
Train on these
train.
girls.
Dude,
Train.
light train. Light practice is Death Note. He said, hey, I gotta know what I'm able to do with it.
Alright, so the training gotta be lit then.
choose
Training
a-
gotta be lit. You know what I'm saying? I'll give you that one too. That's right. You gotta do
Okay, I'm not even
training.
saying it had to be lit. I was just saying it had to exist. You feel me?
Yeah, no,
I just
that's
need
why
to be
training
done.
gotta be lit.
But
Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta
yeah,
be on
you
some
know what I'm saying?
Goku type shit. Like, you gotta be
Like,
training.
exactly. Go in the 100, like, you know what I'm saying?
Hyperbolic time
Gravity.
chamber.
Hyperbolic time chamber, 100 gravity, and go out there and show some things. You feel me? Like, don't just be nice. Just don't be nice. Like, you know what I'm saying? Sanamuda
quick.
clearly
No
got
love
the
interest?
ends.
If one of y'all find a select fire, let me know.
Receiver? You like those?
Yeah.
I got a precision
Oh,
trophy.
for
No
my
love
prowler.
interest?
Okay.
For the prowler, so it's
The hop up.
automatic.
Okay, I figured. Yeah. Any shows, Big
No
Dev,
love interest.
Akame got killed.
That's some
Any
champion,
shows you wanna give shout outs to that don't get enough love, man? There's so many. Vinland Saga. Talk about a show. Can I talk about that real quick, guys? Because I don't think y'all peeped that at all, right?
Nah, go ahead and do your thing, fam.
Okay. Vinland Saga is
Break it
so
down.
lit, bruh. And the first 5 episodes, my man. I'm gonna just spoil it for y'all because. Hold on, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's a great way to start that thing off. Now I really want to watch it. I really want to watch it now.
man starts off as a warrior, right? You feel me? His name is Thor, because they're Vikings, stuff like that. It's like Norse. It's not Norse mythology, but it's basically Norse mythology. But his name is Thor, right? He's like, yo, I don't do this fighting things no more. So he, in the middle of a battle, he leaves. He basically AWOL, stuff like that, right? I'm gonna drop I'm gonna drop my thing right here. So he leaves, and he goes, you know what I'm saying, finds a life and whatever in like Norway or whatever. And he has a family, stuff like that. This family, this. I'm
ready?
Come back to the thing. Come back to my thing.
Oh.
So he like, basically like, yeah, he basically gave up the life fighting whatever, right? And it's like, oh, see, you have any shield cells? I got some right here. If you want to borrow one. He's like, basically, I'm done fighting, Turns out, basically, his village is like, his village is like dreaming of war. They want war, I want to be, because they feel like dying as a warrior, fighting as a warrior is like you're a savage, right? Long story short, homeboy from his old crew found him, was like, hey, bro, it's been a minute, man. He's like, yeah, man, what's the problem? What's poppin'? He's like, yeah, man. He's like, we have a war going on, man. We wanted to ask you to join, come back and help us out, bring your peoples. He's like, for sure. He was like, I'll bring my peoples. He's like, psych, I'm only bringing... Nice, boy.
Right.
I know, that's good. He runs a purple shield. Oh, thank you for helping me kill me.
Reloading. Alright, killed that enemy.
I'm still chasing him. So he's like, whatever. He's like, He's like, He's like, I'm not gonna bring my peoples. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fake it.
Reloading.
He said, and I'm gonna just go by myself and whatever, right? So he brings his people. Come right here. He's like, he brings them. He's like, I'm gonna take them back, and I'm just go by myself. So he gets there. When he gets there, it turns out it's a trap. I'm right here trying to flank y'all. Blue shield. He's like, I'm a right here, right next to me. He's gonna kill me too. Yep. He's no shield though, just put him down. Nice. He's like, I'm sorry, before I even get to that. So he's like, he's in there, right? He's like, we're heading away, blah, blah, blah. He turns out his son, who always like, you know, wants to be a soldier and stuff like that. He's like, his son wants to be a soldier, wants to be that dude, wants to be like his dad or whatever, right? So he's like, he sneaks onto the ship, right? And he's like, come on, son, you know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want to bring these people on here.
Bro, damn.
You feel me? I didn't want to bring these people on here. How you gonna hop on, man?
You all finna die.
You know what I'm saying? So he's there, whatever. He's like, whatever. It doesn't matter. Like, as soon as we hit this turn, I'm gonna let y'all off, and you can go back with your peoples. He hit that turn, he's like, oh, it's a trap.
It's a trap.
You feel me? They get trapped. You know what I'm saying? These squads pull up. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, like I said, he's like not really trying to bring these people. He has like 6 weakling people behind him, right? Never fought in his life, and it's like they're like 3 crews. He's like, all right, best thing I can do is duel their leader and get, you know what I'm saying? Tell them to let my people go, right? So he's like, all right. He's like, yo, I'll duel your leader, right? And their leader is like, oh, for sure, let's get it. So he duels them. That boy puts hands on people.
Which one?
That boy puts the main character dude.
Okay.
Like I'm talking about before you. Oh, excuse you. What you thought this was? He's like, hey, I'm just people over here and get this purple shield. Help. Where my people's at? Where my people's at? No shield. He has no shield. There's only one person, no shield. Put him down. So he's putting. I'm sorry. Before you even get to that, I sent you the video. Oh, I don't know where that person. I don't know where this person came from. I'm sorry. I don't know where this Bangalore came from. Yeah, fall off. Good job. They got a purple. All right. He hops on, right, and he puts down their whole crew, right? Their whole crew. I'm that dude. They call me Thor for a reason, right? Then he's like, all right, I'm not gonna be able to take all these people and keep my people alive. He's like, so I'll duel them one-on-one. Duels them one-on-one. Puts hands on them, will do whatever, right? And the dude loses. He's like, oh man. He's like, all right, man. The homeboy looked at him. He respected him so much. He was like, do you want to be our leader? And the place went quiet. No, you did not ask this grown man to be our leader. And he's like, huh?
Isn't the guy in front of the leader too?
The the other, right, the leader he dueled, that he just put hands on him, he asked the main character, want to be our leader? And everybody on this crew was like, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say? He's like, you told him to lead us? And he's like, I'm just playing with y'all, I ain't gonna do that, because he knew the main character was gonna say no anyways. So he's like, whatever, right? He was like, they're like, it's like a stalemate, right? He's like, I don't know what to do. Like,
Honor you, Devin.
You beat me. He's like, you beat me, but you know what I'm saying? But I can't let you go. But at the same time, you know what I'm saying? You're a savage. He's like, he respects him like you're a savage. You're obviously that dude. You deserve it. You're a great leader and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All this other stuff. Like, you can tell. He's like, what am I supposed to do? So the other dude's second command, right, jumps on the main character ship, grabs that son I told you about, and is like, get away from him, I'll kill your son right now.
Ooh.
And he's like, come on, family. I thought he was doing respectable battles out here. I thought he was respecting things out here, you know what I'm saying? I duel him, beat his duel, and I thought it was over. So, the dude's like, basically, the other leader knows, because the other leader's very smart too, like, if you watch the show, you meet him also. He's like, there's only two ways we're getting out of this. Either he's gonna end up, if he doesn't like back down or whatever, the main character, if he doesn't back down, we're gonna have to kill his son. We have to, because like you have to present yourself in a certain way in front of your men, right? You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying you have to present yourself in front of your men a certain type of way, right? When you're a leader. Yes, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, yes.
I agree.
Now that your second in command has taken this kid captive and threatened to kill him, you can't be like, nah, leave that kid alone, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah.
You can't be like that. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, the only way he could do this and leave the kid alive is to kill that man, to kill the main character, right? So he does it. He kills him. And you're like, damn, but it's only episode 3. What the heck? We're gonna hop to the next 2 episodes. Like, we got a whole series to get on to, right? So, what I say, it goes on to the son. The son follows this dude, and he's looking at him like, I'ma kill you. I'ma kill you. How dare you kill my dad? Da, 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 da. So you see this son go through some Edward Elric, Alphonse type stuff when they went through the, remember when the teacher left him in that woods for a month and he had to figure out how to survive?
Yeah.
So that's what he goes through. He has to figure out how to survive now. He's like, now I don't have my dad to feed me and stuff like that. He said, I have to train to be able to be strong enough to kill this dude. At the same time, I got to figure out how to survive. So he's learning how to use a knife.
His daddy was like looking like the main character, head honcho, badass, real deal.
I'm gonna send you the link again, fam, because I want you to see
then
how
he gets
bad.
killed on some BS. Now his son is putting art interesting, very little. It's a little interesting.
His
very
son
interesting, little.
His son is on some stuff, fam. So his son sneaks in, like when you first get there, right? His son sneaks into the dude's house that killed his dad, right? And he has a sword to his neck, like he could chop his head off right there and it'd be a wrap. He's like, nah. Walks out, comes back the next morning. He's like, I challenge you to a duel. Homeboy was like, you could have killed me last night. He's like, nah, my dad wouldn't do that, so I ain't gonna do that. He said, my dad's a savage, I'm a savage. Man of the man, let's go, warrior it up. And the other dude's like, I guess.
Hands.
So he was like, he's like, da. It's lit, bro. I'm telling you, man. I'm gonna send you the clip for the dad, for the dad. What he did to their crew, ridiculous. I'm talking about these dudes was going at him full on, like 10 people deep, bro, with swords, stuff like that. He's handing them hand to hand. Excuse me, you thought. Blah, punch the throat.
Also,
you know what I'm saying?
So wrapping up the podcast.
Broke your shoulder. Yeah. So if you got anything to say, that's all I gotta say. Check out Vinland Saga. Sun U's fire, bro. This one gets long, bro. This one gotta be like an hour and a half, about 2 hours.
We forgetting. Okay, guys, it's been real. Check us out next week for more content and more daily videos. Yeah.